Babe, listen up. There are just about 100 days left in 2025, and what you do with them can completely change your life. And I'm not just saying this as some random motivation post that you're going to scroll through on Instagram. I'm saying this because every single time I've changed my life, it's taking me about 90 to 100 days of locking in. When I first started my fitness journey, I gave myself 90 days. No distractions, no half effort, no excuses. And in 90 days, I built the body that started the foundation of my entire career. When I launched my first restaurant in Dubai, I didn't have endless time or money. What I did have was mentorship, coaching, and about 90 days of crazy focus. That's how I started Catfish. When I burnt myself out, closed down my businesses, and moved to Lagos, I was not working for a year. But when I was ready to get back into work, I gave myself 100 days of locking in. And here we are. In the first 100 days of this year, I grew from about 30,000 followers to over 60K. It took 100 days of locking in. All of this to say, I know exactly what can happen when you commit to 100 pure days of focus. This video is not about abs, it's not about money in the bank. It's actually just about becoming the version of you that shows up. The version of you that's no longer waiting for motivation to get the f up. This is the version of you that is locked in and is moving. This is the version of you that gets shit done. This is not the version of you that just has goals. This is the version of you that has achieved those goals. So let's talk about how to actually make it happen and make the rest of 2025, honestly, some of the best days of your life. Best is subjective, but I promise you the results are going to be chef's kiss. Hi, I'm Coach G, your fitness and nutrition coach, helping you eat African food and still get abs. Flat tummy, na diary day. Around here is not just about quick fixes. I give you science-based tips on how to burn fat, building muscle, and actually enjoy the foods you grew up on so you can get results and maintain them. Okay, so what does locking in actually mean? Locking in means you decide. You draw the line and you tell yourself for the next 100 days, I'm not waiting for January 1st to start. I'm not waiting for motivation. I'm not waiting for the stars to align. I'm starting now. I'm doing the thing. It's 100 days of removing distractions, focusing on the basics, and showing up with consistency. And you know, like the most amazing thing about having that 100-day stretch is that you actually have enough time to see your results. But it's still short enough so you feel that urgency. Plus, like 100 is like a pretty number. And you actually don't have time to waste weeks. Every single day counts. Think about it. 100 days is just over 3 months. In 3 months, you can lose 10 kg. It might be tough, but it's possible. You can build visible muscle in 3 months. You can save a serious amount of money in 3 months. You can end a toxic relationship in 3 months. You can rebuild your habits, your health, and your focus. This is not just theory, it is proven, and I'm going to help you break down exactly how you, my dear, are going to do it. This is the plan of attack. Our 100-day plan of attack is going to come under 4 pillars. 1, mental discipline. How you think, how you structure your day, and how you train your mind. Non-negotiable. 2, physical body. Your fitness, your nutrition, your sleep, your energy, your skin, girl. The glow up from inside out. 3, financials. Hot girls are rich girls. We'll talk saving, building, and managing your money. Number 4, relationships and environment. Oh, how important this one is. This is all about the people, the boundaries, and the places that shape you. If you're locking across all 4, I promise you, come back here on January 1st, 2026, your entire life is going to shift. All right, let's start with the mental lock-in. We're starting with the mind because honestly, without this piece, nothing else is going to shift. The clean, cold, hard truth is that motivation is not going to carry you across the 100 days. I can tell you for free right now, if motivation is the only reason you're starting this journey, it's not going to be there at some point during this entire period. What is going to carry you through is discipline. And discipline is not an emotion, it's a science. You need systems that make it impossible for you to fail or quit. Non-negotiables. Every morning you're waking up, there is a pre-done script for your life. So here is exactly what I recommend. 1, you're going to set a morning routine. It sounds like basic advice, but it's everywhere because it works. And it really doesn't have to be anything elaborate. The only goal for you here would be to wake up 1 hour earlier than you usually would. And this 1 hour, this 1 hour of extra time You're going to use it to do what you need to do, whether that's praying, stretching, moving, journaling, planning your day, working, reading, writing. This 1 hour is all you. 1 hour over 100 days is like 100 hours of pure work on something that moves you towards your goals. Think about it that way. Another thing that's going to help you become mentally disciplined is movement. 30 minutes of movement, non-negotiable. And this is not your workout. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. I recommend walking. It's basic, it's free. Do it under the sun and you get even more benefits because you're regulating your circadian rhythm. You're also getting some sunlight, producing vitamin D. It's getting your energy up. You're breathing fresh air. Walking. Nothing is going to build your mental resilience and mental discipline than reading, consuming content that elevates you. It can be a podcast, but I really like books for this. You can do audiobooks, but listening and intentionally feeding your mind, yeah, that is real sexy brain work energy. And last but not the least, I know we were adding a lot of things for you to start doing over the next 100 days. One thing I really want you to focus on, and if you do this one thing, it will actually shift the needle way more than anything else. You're going to cut distractions. If all you do over the next 100 days is not add more things, but to reduce the amount of things you're doing, automatically what's going to happen is that you start to see things more clearly. You have more time to actually focus on your goals. You need to be strategic with your time and cut distractions. I really just feel like not enough people have respect for their time, because if you realize that we're on this earth not for that long, okay? Every single second of your life, you're going to actually treat it with respect. You're going to treat it as time that you could be using to do things that could move you forward, to change the world. I know not all of us have big dreams, but if you're watching this video, you have a goal, right? So if you're able to cut those distractions, whether that's social media time, whether it's hanging out with some people that don't really catch your vibe, or like, I call them time wasters, or whether that's just like busy work, Netflixing and chill, you can do those things mindfully. But if you're doing them hours on end, you're literally wasting your life. This I never promised you soft life video, so like, I'm not that girl. This video is all about true talk, okay? If you want to waste your life, feel free, go ahead. But if you have a goal and you're trying to achieve it, you need to be so strategic and heartless about cutting distractions. And honestly, you need to be a little bit selfish. Non-negotiable, you're going to block dopamine leaks, stop endless scrolling, and focus that time on things that actually build you. Okay, here's the hard truth. For the next 100 days, you need to stop negotiating with yourself. No more, do I feel like it? The answer is already yes. You already committed. The answer is yes. Next, we're going to focus on the physical, the body. I know that's what you came here for, so let's get into that tea. In the next 90 to 100 days, facts, you can transform your body if you commit. You're going to strength train 3 to 4 times a week. It's non-negotiable, okay? You're going to get 8 to 10,000 steps a day. You're going to do 2 grams of protein per kilogram of your body weight. So if I weigh 70 kg, for example, I'll be doing around 140 grams of protein. Do the math, girl. And then the one nobody talks about but is so key, sleep. You're going to be making sure you're getting at least 7 hours, ideally 8. That's it. No magic, no shortcuts. This is the formula. Your body will literally become the receipt, the proof of your discipline. Every time you look in the mirror and see change, girl, that's literally proof that your consistency and discipline is working. Nobody likes to say this because nobody likes to hear it, but the truth is that your body is a reflection of your habits. I know, very tough, right? But it's true. So if you want to look different, be different. Okay, let's go into a topic we all love. Food, okay? Food. Foodies. Foodies arise. Now, food is fuel. You cannot lock in with junk food. Like, it's not making sense. If you put junk food in yourself, don't be surprised that you get junk food out, okay? Junk in, junk out. You don't have to rush into the market and buy all the supplements and do all of the juices. It doesn't have to be that difficult, right? Healthy eating can be really simple. And no, you also don't have to cut out jollof rice. Like this, come on, this is Bemigiwa's channel. We know that we can do African food in a balanced, healthy way. Here is the plan. You're going to cook in batches. You're going to prep once or twice a week. You don't have to prep full meals, but you'll be doing things like marinating your proteins. You'll be doing things like batch cooking your grain, so like cooking your rice in batches, marinating your protein so you can pop that into the air fryer during the week. You're going to make sure you actually have healthy food stocked in your fridge. You're going to make sure that there's no actual junk in your fridge. That way, if you're hungry and tempted, it's literally not there for you to have. When it comes to actually building your plate, I want you to think the AfroBowls method. By the way, link in bio below to grab the book. But you're doing around 30 to 35% of protein on your plate. Yeah. Basically, you're going to add chicken, add fish, add meat, add egg. The protein must be bulk. You're going to be doing your carbs around 25%. You're going to be doing fiber around 30%. So think vegetables like efo, okra, tomato, cucumber, all the veggies, the carrots and everything. That is another majority of your plate. And then the fats, when it comes to African food, typically will just come from like the oils you use in cooking and everything. You don't need to go and now pour oil on your plate. Actually, please don't pour oil on your plate, because your fat should be around 10% of the meal that you're having. Next, we have to talk about your liquid calories. There's nothing like Coke or Fanta, even the alcohol, we're locking in, okay? Even if you do want to consume those things, I do believe in mindfulness. So set a target. If that's just 1 drink a week, which, you know, that works for if you're really trying to like lock in and get great results. You're going to be swapping all your liquid calories for water, recommending black coffee if you still need the coffee. Also, like all these extra sweetened, healthy things, I don't know. It really depends. I will take that on a case-by-case basis. But in terms of hydrating yourself, you should be focusing on water, whole fruits, hydrating vegetables, herbal teas, you know, the good stuff. You know this. I don't need to tell you. You know, right? You know, right? Bottom line, okay? Bottom line. You can keep it African. You can eat a big bowl of okra. You can have some small eba, tiny eba, okay? 20% of your plate. Lots of chicken, and you can still lose weight and work towards your body goals. You do not need a fancy diet. You don't need fancy superfoods. You just need to keep it simple and be consistent. And also, when it comes to food, I find that a lot of us are actually not honest with ourselves. You need to keep it honest. You need to be honest, okay? If you're being, honestly, a greedy ass pig, you need to acknowledge that you're being a greedy ass pig and clean your act up. Next, we are going to do the financial lock-in. Ooh. As a girly who has made some very questionable financial decisions in their life and who is only recently learning about finances and locking in, this is a journey that I'm like very newly on, and I kind of want to share a bit more of that. Yo, you need to lock in. You need money. The truth about money is, if your finances aren't in check, it's not so much the money thing, but it's more about the stress and the mental kind of like higgy haga that comes with all of that. And it's not so much, again, the amount of money, it's more about the flow and just having a plan around what money looks like, right? One of the principles I'm trying to employ is the pay yourself first. So 10 to 20% of your income, and I mean every single thing that you make, is going into a high yield savings account. Easy stuff, because me, when I make money like this, I want to flex. I want to buy the thing that we wanted to buy. And as an entrepreneur who has been on like the highs and lows of entrepreneurship, right, for the longest time, I really couldn't predict my income flow. And I feel like I'm finding a place now where I can kind of predict things. It's giving me more assurance. And I think a lot of that has also come from me intentionally locking in and building the habits around all of those things. So pay yourself first. Put that money forward to the future, to your savings, to your goals. Just do it. Don't make any excuses. Like, there will always be problems. Like, there will always be things to buy. There will always be something else that money needs to go to. Pay yourself first. Okay. Number 2. This one was so hard for me. But you're going to track every single penny, every naira, every dollar, every pound, every kobo. You will track it. So in January, I ended up buying a template from like a girl I followed on Instagram, like a budget template, and I've been using it roughly this entire year. I haven't been as consistent, but I've been like, I even if I like fall off, like I still kind of like go back to it. And when I tell you that tracking your money, first of all, is just going to show you evidence of your foolishness. It will show you evidence of your stupidity, but also like it's motivating. It's like, okay, I'm going to make more because I need more to do this, or just even more awareness of like, okay, this is where my money is going. And it helps you make smarter decisions in the long run. And I think a lot of the time our fear and stress about money comes because we don't have enough data. We don't know when we're going to make more money, if we're going to make more money. And I might be speaking for myself, but I feel like a lot of the stress that I was having around finances was predominantly around the uncertainty of things. But having a budget and a tracker that has not only giving me like data and evidence of where my money goes, but also data and evidence of the kind of money that I'm going to make has just helped me make smarter financial decisions. And 10 over 10 will recommend, my girl, 10 over 10 will recommend track your money. I don't know what else to say on this, but like track your money. And then I guess this goes without saying, but cut the obvious leaks. So on wanted subscriptions, I like to like skim through all of the apps I subscribe to and make sure I just clean them out from time to time. The moment I realize I'm not using them, make sure that you cut out impulse shopping. Me, I don't claim bad personality. How do I say it? Okay, I don't prophesy rubbish personalities, but my enemy used to be an impulse shopper. My enemy is a recovering impulse shopper, not me. But all that to say, girl, like there's nothing wrong with treating yourself, but like you cannot be buying stuff on the go. I think there's a lot to be said for, you know, having a list and intentionally buying the things that you want, as opposed to like just being overwhelmed with that, with like emotion and then shopping for a thing. Grow up. I mean, I want to say girl math, but like I think we all need to grow. And by we, I mean me, but we are growing up together. And the last but not the least on this is you need to build income earning skills. Like that's it. Okay, sometimes the solution is not just planning your money. Sometimes the solution is purely just making more money. And for you to make more money, you need to have the skills that people are willing to pay for. Whether that is like freelancing, coaching, or selling a product. This is not the time to be experimenting with maybe. This is time to build a skill that is guaranteed and you know that is well aligned to your specific, like, I guess, your specific values and the things that you're great at. Lock in on those and actually just make more money for yourself. Like, this is 2025. We live in a digital age. There's so many ways to make money right now, and I think you shouldn't let your ignorance be a barrier. If you lock in and actually focus on learning the skills, 3 months from now, we can be having an entirely different conversation. And for those of you that have big eyes like me, remember, in 100 days, you might not become a millionaire, but you will build the habits that will change how you move with money forever. And this is an invaluable skill. All right, the fourth pillar of our locking in phase is relationships and environment. People and places. Okay, first of all, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. This might actually sting, but it's so necessary for you to hear. You cannot lock in if your circle is full of distractions. Period. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's just not gonna happen, okay? It's lonely at the top, lonely, lonely, lonely. Now, I'm not saying cut everyone out of your life, but you need to become so strategic with the people that you move with when you're in a personal development journey. For the next 100 days, really and truly audit your relationships. I'm not saying go and cut everybody off. I'm just saying actually like review where people are in your life, the role that they play, and also the role that you play in their life as well, right? So some people that we have in our life, like subconsciously, we end up giving a lot to them. Just think about if you could give yourself back that time, how different would your life look, right? If it's someone that isn't deserving or isn't pouring back into you in the same way. Think about what's draining you. What is holding you back? Who is holding you back? God did not allow us to be the ones that are holding our own selves back. You need to learn how to, 1, set boundaries, 2, say no without guilt, and spend less time around people who waste your energy. Here's the hard truth. It's actually pretty hard, right? Some of the people that you love the most, they might not come with you. And it sucks and it's tough and you want to pull them, and the truth is that they might not come with you. Some people will actually resent your discipline, and that's fine. 100 days of solitude is better than 1,000 days of compromise. And another thing I need to say is that if you're waiting for January 1st, you're already behind. Like, People are out there moving, okay? People are already doing the thing. So why are you waiting? Why? I don't get. I don't grab. Come on, make sense. Could make sense. The version of you that you want to be next year, you build now. You build now. As they say, you don't rise to the level of your goals. You rise, you fall to the level of your system. And in the next 100 days, your systems are everything. So I really hope you've been taking notes. Now imagine waking up January 1st, already debt-free, already 5 kg lighter, already reading daily, already eating healthy. While everyone is setting their resolutions, you're already that girl. So the challenge is simple. Lock in for the next 100 days. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be easy. Okay? But you will be consistent. Commit to the mental work, the physical work, the financial discipline, and set your boundaries. And I promise you, you will not recognize yourself in 2026. So comment below I'm looking in and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want help with food, fitness, or discipline, you can apply to my one-to-one coaching, download my AfroBowls Ebook, or come join us in the African Fat Loss Method. All the links are below. Now, go lock in. Regret is expensive. Discipline, she's free. Also goes without saying that you should subscribe to this YouTube channel if you want to see more videos like this. I love you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and leave a comment below if you have any questions. I'm always hanging out in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next video. I just got back in from Lagos to Ghana today, and it's been like a whirlwind of just like catching up on work, because guess who's fine now?